Welcome to Free Beer Friday, powered in part by Classic of Denton.
Whoa! Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm back for Free Beer Friday. How's it going? I've missed y'all so much. I'm back in Texas now. And look who came with me. Brian Lane from Hop and Sting Brewing. Yes.
That's what we're here for.
You
want
to say hi to the viewers?
Hi, viewers.
Hello, viewers.
And you guys might have seen the Galactic Haze IPA that has been running around town lately. If you missed it, that's your own fault. It's super limited right now. You guys are just trying to keep up with the demand at this point. Yeah. I think we got our first 5 cases. They sold out the night, like within an hour.
You got your first 5 cases within 2 hours of it being canned, in fact.
Oh, God, they were so fresh. And then the next day, you brought me another 5 cases.
You had to sell them all.
Yeah, this was ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. And then we burned through another 5 cases.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now we've got the keg on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Heck
God,
yeah.
this has been so much fun.
It has been
so
fun.
much fun.
But we
Yes.
blasted through our cases. We canned 160 cases that day. I think we got about 10 left in reserve just to help meet our needs until the end of the month.
So go and get this right now if you haven't yet.
It's a hot
You can have it at
commodity.
home. Yeah, this is well, do you want to start? Do you guys want to describe this beer for the viewers? Because they can't do what I'm doing right now if they don't have a can in front of them.
Yeah, if you have your can at home right now, open it and smell it and drink along with Ben.
Oh, this is the play along version.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. This
Or
is
if you want to be
scratch and
really,
sniff.
if you want to be really intense, pour it into a glass first.
Oh, right, yeah.
I got nothing.
Proper glassware if you really want to be, proper.
There you go. There you go.
He's one of the brainchild. This is the brainchild of Brian, I should say.
Nice.
Not he's a brainchild.
You could be a brainchild. It's okay.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But yes,
This is delightful beer.
can
But yeah,
you
okay.
describe the Galactic Haze, Brian?
Galactic Haze IPA, it is a, somewhat traditional white IPA, which is to say it's basically, a combination of a Belgian wit beer and an IPA. But we also kind of wanted to kind of cater to some of the customers who are wanting what would be described as a New England style IPA to have that because they get that hazy look to it, but also when you have the haze in the process you get it, there is this process called biotransformation, which is when you dry hop during fermentation. And
Science alert.
what that does, it actually causes, the yeast has a tendency to turn different compounds into other compounds. So not only does it produce that haze, it can also turn chemicals in the hop oils that aren't really flavorful or aromatic into compounds that are. So
Right
that's
on.
why you typically get a little bit more flavor and aroma out of these kind of hazy style of beers because of that process.
So I get some flavors that I wouldn't normally get
Yeah.
from a standard IPA.
Yeah.
Right on. And it makes it super complex, a little bit sweet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is super nice.
Really
Super
low
well.
bitterness for an IPA. Normally people hear IPA and they're thinking hot bombs, just bitterness out the
Yin
something.
yang.
Wazoo.
Yeah, there you go. Yin yang, wazoo. There we go. Those are words. But yeah, no. So this is pretty low. IBU of 45 for those out there who don't know what that means. International Bitterness Units. It's how beers are gauged on their bitterness. But 45 is really relatively low for an IPA.
It's about the bare bottom for an
Yeah,
IPA.
yeah.
Any lower than that, I don't think you should be able to call it an IPA anymore.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I think lower than that, you're getting into pale ale or sessionable or whatever they want to call it. The subcategories of subcategories of a subcategory.
So it's not going to be that West Coast hot bomb in your mouth.
Right. You don't
Yeah.
sit there with the bitterness sticking on you. And then thanks to that Belgian yeast and that wheat to add that body, it's really smooth, easy drinking, super floral. People say tropical fruit, citrus is the general theme we've been
Not
hearing.
that there's anything wrong with a West Coast or any kind of bitter IPA. I cut my teeth on craft beer on the West Coast. Living and working in Seattle, so nothing wrong.
Yeah,
with it.
IBU's over 100. Really kick it in the face.
And so fair enough. Yes, that is a good style, but you guys are going for a little bit more muted, a little bit more complex style that's not just this aggressive hot bomb right now.
Something a little bit different. There's people asking for similar styles of beer that that they can't find in a package. Usually, if they do find it, it's draft only or it's in a small little brew pub where they if they're lucky they can get a crowler or a growler. But to be able to go to your local corner store, go to the Bearded Monk to grab a 6-pack. It's hard to find. There's a few. I think Rough Tail has something similar, and Great Rift I think might have one, or Or did I get that wrong?
They've got a couple of the 4-pack tall boy can, like the adaptation variants, that have been along that same line.
But for the most part, I think a lot of people have been telling us they just have trouble finding, beers in this ballpark. So, while it's probably not exactly what certain people had in mind, I think it's close, and I think a lot of people have been happy with it. And, maybe, if we, get lucky and, we might, do something that's maybe a little bit further down that direction. So you never know.
Right on.
Not to reveal too many secrets or anything. But
All right, we're going to get into this. We are going to get into this. Well, first, why open a brewery? Why? Because you've been brewing for a while, but why go off on your own?
Well, there's probably the easiest one is kind of get tired of working for other people. You as a brewer, we all have this romantic notion that we're really concentrated on our craft. We want to make the
artisans
best beer.
in their
We're
field.
artisans, yeah. But when you're working for some a group of investors or people who are always constantly worried about the bottom line, and don't get me wrong, that's very important, because if you don't pay the bills, you don't have a business anymore.
I don't care how amazing your beer is. If you're not making money, you're not making money.
But at the same time, we wanted to have the ability to make our own path. As far as like what beers we're making, how we're making the beer, the branding and stuff, like to be able to have that creativity, but also have the control over the process that maybe we couldn't get working for another brewery. And the only way to really get what we want is to have our own brewery.
Right on. So without brewing beer without the limitation of somebody lording over you,
Right.
Exactly.
telling you what you can and can't do based on
I'm
the bottom dollar.
And I'm all for being lorded over, of course, but being able to make our own decisions, especially creatively speaking, like being able to make these fun new recipes that are not just like your standard top 5 styles or whatever, that actually they might be in a standard style, but then we add our own kind of fun flair. Being able to do that without having to answer to like, well, what's the market for this? I mean, yes, there's a market for it. Obviously, we're not just going to launch a bad beer, but we're trying to really listen to people's input, our own input, and like follow our hearts when it comes to the beer.
Nice. I love that.
And it's just the
absolutely
three of
love
us.
that.
It's just 3 of us in this company putting all this together. Distribution, production, sales, marketing, you name it. It's all of us.
All right, let's go down the roster for everybody that's at home.
Right.
All right. So
And
we
you got 2/3 of the company here right now.
right here. All right.
Yeah.
So we got Brian Burton.
Brian
Brian.
Burton.
Brian, what are your responsibilities at the brewery? There we go.
I'm one of the co-founders and brewers. So basically, I make beer, help come up with the recipes. But my thing is more leaning towards kind of working with we have a really great graphic designer that I work with. His name's Paul Sermon with BuzzBomb Creative.
Name drop.
So he and I work closely, kind of working on like the design concepts of our different brands.
Great guy. He did this can for us. I mean, everything for us. It's beautiful.
freaking awesome.
Now my business partner John Powell, he's also co-founder, co-owner, brewer. We all both kind of share. We're both brewing, both making beer, both making recipes. But he's more of the CEO, kind of keeping track of our finances, doing the business part. But he's also kind of our quality control guy too. He really takes the cellar process seriously. He's probably one of a handful of brewers in the area that is a certified Cicerone. He also recently took the advanced Cicerone, so it's like I think he was
Nice.
the only brewer in that test. So
Nice.
so it's
his
knows his
nerd
stuff.
level.
so
is
yeah
up there.
he's the kind of the beer nerd of us 3, and
That's how we ensure a quality and consistent product.
Nice.
yeah. So yeah.
And then
But of course, he couldn't be with us. He actually had to be at
Yes.
this at the brewery to kind of wait for a shipment of ingredients, because I guess
Poor
some
man.
of the weather down south kind of slowed things down. So
I'm sure I've gotten notifications from all of the delivery services that say everything might be delayed this weekend because weather, blah, 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 snow in San Antonio, so on and so forth.
So he's stuck because he's stuck at the brewery because
Yes, waiting on a
basically
grain delivery.
hell is freezing.
About
up
1,200 pounds of grain that
in
didn't
South
come in,
Texas.
that was supposed to come in, and now will eventually come in. But thankfully, the brewing community is very accommodating and it's like, hey, yeah, well, we got an extra 1,200 pounds of grain in Mesquite, so we'll get it to where y'all are, and then we'll get them back, and
Right on.
Yeah, the brewing community is pretty cool.
I was about to say that is something I have loved about the craft brewing world. Everybody is willing to support when you get into it. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And as a side note, I'm Lane Joseph.
Oh yes, and
don't
to
forget
continue
Lane
on, Lane.
Yeah, I'm
Meet Lane.
I'm the marketing director. I've been helping these guys out since before it was a thing, I guess. Back in the day, I worked with both of them in previous breweries where we've worked, but I'm here to basically handle what they don't want to. I'm the fix-it guy. I come in there and I'll fix some mechanical problems.
He's like MacGyver.
Yeah, I'm a former packaging manager of another brewery, so I got my experience with the canning line. So they were looking for someone who didn't want to brew and could do the other stuff, and I didn't want to brew and I wanted to do the other stuff.
Yeah,
so
he's one of like
Perfect.
He's probably the only person in the brewing industry that I've ever met who has no desire to be a brewer.
Plus, as a requirement, all breweries are required to have a certain amount of facial hair to meet the brewing requirements. So I'm mostly
normally
there for that.
clean shaven, but like
this is about as fuzzy as
I've
he
just been
gets.
busy this
You're
week.
getting really hairy.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so I
Watch
this is
Watch it, Brian.
This is I've tried. I've done the Alaska thing. I just don't like it. Yeah.
Right.
When you have a bird poop on your face and it just kind of gets hung there, it's like, okay, I don't want to have a beard anymore.
Oh gosh,
From seagulls too.
that is a horrible thought.
Kind of fishy smelling.
I'm glad you are willing to commit to that. Then
Yeah,
Good job.
I just had the mustache, but then I realized to offset.
But the beard
John
takes
and his
away
clean-
from the mustache, though. I
Yeah,
think.
it does.
It
It
does.
does. But that just by a surface area, I had to make up for the difference on the other two.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. And I'm assuming people here in Denton will recognize Lane's mustache. It's been running around
I've
here
been,
for
I've been
a
around
while.
here a little while.
Yeah.
I guess I've been in Denton for since 2004,
Okay, see, there you go.
if you count the dorms.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
But then bought my first house here in 2006
nice.
and been there for 11 years now. Haven't moved.
Nice. Dedicated to this sweet
Oh
little
yeah,
town.
went to UNT, so there's that. Yeah.
You're nice. Yeah. I think,
Caca.
oh, yes.
It's the
Oh, my goodness.
sophisticated claw call.
Well, I can think of, I was at Oak Street for something, and I looked up and saw this man with this majestic mustache
Playing ping pong?
flying a drone.
Oh, yep, there we go.
Yeah.
That'll do
yeah,
it.
Yeah, over at Oak Street years ago. And I was
Yeah.
like, I need to know that man with that mustache.
Man, that was years ago. That was back before I got my fancy drone. I also do aerial photography. You know?
Hey, guys, there you go.
Shameless
You want to drink a
self-promotion.
beer
Yeah.
or get some aerial photography?
and one, DJs.
Oh, right, yep.
Yeah, DJ.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
He's a
parties,
DJ.
weddings, corporate events.
I didn't know this.
This is DJ Street.
Yeah, DJ Street and the Sky Lane. That's the
Oh.
aerial photography business.
What?
I wear a lot of hats.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Guys, let's follow this rise.
Love it. But yeah, the drone thing's been really fun lately. I finally got my FAA clearances, so now I can fly anywhere in Denton, aside from basically at the airport.
Okay, fair
Which
enough.
technically, if someone's going to fly legally, they should be getting FAA clearance for every time they fly in City of Denton, at least for most of it, because of the Class D airspace. Fun fact.
Okay.
Kind of digress
We
there.
learned
but-
something.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. So, are we all? Do you want to go get drunk and just fly drones tonight?
Can't legally.
Oh, come on.
I'm going to adhere to all FAA clearances and regulations,
For shame.
which
For
I cannot.
shame.
There's a
no fun.
zero legal limit on it, so .0001 is too much alcohol.
What?
Yep.
All right.
And you can't fly any later than 30 minutes after sunset. They call it the twilight period. You can still fly, and even then, you have to have the certain amount of lights. Don't worry, I know my regulations. You can fact check
This
that.
guy knows this. He knows it. All right, so we'll sober up tomorrow. We'll
Sure.
go have breakfast and
Yeah.
fly drones.
In fact, we're going to be doing a little video. I don't want to spoil anything, but it'll be kind of fun involving some beer. Not me drinking beer, but involves some
But-
beer and some drone action. But I'll post it. Don't you worry.
All right, so watch the Hop and Sting Facebook
Yes,
page.
I'm
for
sure
the
it'll
new
get shared.
video.
It should be a
All
fun
right.
one.
All right, guys, we'll watch for that. We'll totally watch for that. So what are we going to be seeing out of Hop and Sting next? Because this beer has already just skyrocketed. So,
Skyrocketed. Yeah.
oh, I didn't mean to pun that.
So-
even after drone discussion, God, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so
But-
next up is round 2 of Galactic Haze, and
Okay.
it'll be the last time you get this variation of Galactic Haze because as if you notice by the can, we actually are showcasing a specific hop called Ariana. Ariana we can't get anymore.
I don't
But the
know.
whole
How
purpose.
close can I get over here? Can I hold that up?
You can get as close as you need to.
Oh, you can't even read.
It's that little green text on the blue part there, but no one get a
well,
can
anyway.
Just grab your can that you have in your fridge,
Yeah.
And then you can see it.
or go to Beard and Muck and buy the last 6-pack.
Or visit hoppenstein.com to view our labels and everything else from our beer.
But anyhow, back to the whole concept behind this beer was that we were going to showcase a different hop, probably every other time we do it.
Each variant.
Yeah. So
And we have a little tagline on the back saying, we're looking for new hops to use in bold new ways. Kind of a throwback to a certain sci-fi TV show.
yeah. But but anyhow, it's the next batch, which should be released in about 2 weeks, will be the last time you get Ariana hops in this beer. So we got to figure out the next hop for it. So while we're looking, we will be releasing a new IPA probably after the new year, and I'm not going to tell you the name yet. But it's not going to be a hazy IPA. It's actually going to be more of a traditional, relatively clear IPA, more like American IPA.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes you feel like some haze, sometimes you don't.
Well, I like this.
Kind of
Galactic
like
Haze got
those candy bars that
Almond Joy.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
And then what are you looking at in the future beyond that?
We're so in the future, I think we're going to just kind of see how it goes. I think we might do a stout soon, and at some point we like to get our Southwest Belgian series online.
That's the one I'm excited about.
So our Southwest Wit and our Southwest Double.
Okay, so first off, a Belgian series.
Yes.
European Belgian series.
Yes.
With a
Southwest spin on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like we said, we wanted to make new and exciting beers. We don't want just the same thing that everyone's had. Everyone's had every Belgian style out there. We're gonna put a Southwest spin on a lot of the traditional styles. Still true to style,
Okay.
but with some extra pizzazz and funk, if you will.
So that's what the Belgians
like
are known
it.
for. They're known for kind of doing stuff that's kind of off the beaten path.
They didn't have to adhere to the
You're-
purity laws.
You're talking to a guy that owns the Bearded Monk.
There you go.
Yes, I very much appreciate
I'm not familiar with
Yeah,
the Bearded-
it's a place.
Oh,
It's
okay.
real close. If you guys don't know, it's here in town.
Yeah.
Package store.
But you're going to give it a twist.
Yeah. So we're going to. So for example, the Southwest Wit, which we're going to call Remedio,
So good.
Spanish for remedy.
Sorry, I'm really excited about this
Yeah.
one. Like,
It's
Remedio?
some people who may have seen it.
Remedio.
Remedio. It's Spanish for remedy.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
some
great.
people
So
may have
it's
seen
good for
it
what ails you.
at we did an event at the Greater Denton Arts Council a little while
Yeah,
back where we were
yeah,
giving
yeah.
away free beer, and this
Right
was one of
down
the beers we had
Hickory.
featured there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, before our TABC licensing, before we had our Forever Home, which we still don't have a Forever Home, but we at least have a home. But yeah, we did some sampling of that there, and it was a huge hit. It's super delightful. Please tell them about it. Sorry, I didn't want to interject.
So that one is so your traditional Belgian wits, of course, have orange peel and coriander. Of course, orange peels you can get in Southwest, so we leave an orange peel in there. Well, you can probably get coriander too. We decided to do something a little bit different. So instead of coriander, we're using local Texas-grown lavender and sage. And so sometimes you see a lavender beer, sometimes you see a sage beer, but you almost never see one with both of them together. And I tried it in pilot batches a couple years ago, and it just worked.
And it's beautiful.
In the right
It's-
amount.
it- yeah,
in the right
it's-
amount.
it can
'Cause a lot
be-
of
yeah.
people can make
Yeah.
flower bombs or make,
Yeah, and I'm sure it's going to be one of those beers that it's you're probably either going to hate it or you're going to love it, kind of deal. But you know what? It's an exciting beer. It's different. I think even if you don't like it, I think you'll find it interesting and that you will probably at least have fun with the experience. It's like, okay, this is different. May not be my thing, but it's it's solid.
It's super
worth
delightful.
trying.
It's
It's worth
really
trying. It's
gonna
drinkable,
be a
even
fun
for
try.
people who don't like beer in general. It just tastes really fun, kind of floral, kind of herbal, but not too overboard. It's not like you're drinking tea, but I think that it's kind of a silly way to describe it, but I described it as like everything good about Grandma's house. Not like the old, not like so much the old,
Not the mothballs,
or like
but-
the old hard candy, but like the the fun stuff.
I
like
like the old hard candy.
Oh, come on.
But yeah, so this lavender and the sage is actually coming from my mom's farm out in East Texas. She
is
just
cool.
started a 200-foot row of it just for us, and then the
Just
lavender
for this batch.
Yeah. And then the lavender is coming from our friend's lavender farm that's outside of Greenville. I forgot the exact specific city, but it's outside of Greenville in Texas. So when we say local, I mean, we're talking like, keeping it
Right
in the
here.
family local as far as our herbal
cool.
sources go.
This
so that's
is
going to be
really
really fun. I
cool.
think that's going to extra kick it up a notch.
Do we have a timeline for this yet?
Early next year.
So we'll have to kind of figure it out. I mean, it's kind of a spring summery style, so maybe something like that. We were going to kind of push it and try to maybe release it this winter, but it was just kind of it might have been too summery, so we're kind of like debating because like even leading with a kind of a fruity citrusy IPA is kind of maybe pushing the season too. So kind of doing that twice. And they're both basically wheat beers. We kind of like, okay, let's go with the IPA first, and then we'll push the wet a little bit later on.
Okay, right on. Any other plans?
Yes, the other one.
The double,
Southwest Double,
Southwest Double. So again, same kind of concept.
Also very exciting.
So normally with a double, you have Belgian candy sugar or beet sugar or something like that to add gravity. Sometimes they put raisins in them to kind of add to the body and give that little extra sweetness and flavor. So instead of the Belgian candy sugar, we use Mexican brown sugar. Stuff you all see at the
those little cones, little pyramids.
The cone, yeah. Oh, and so instead of raisins or something like that, we add ancho and chipotle chilies, which we don't put so much in there to give it. We don't want a chili beer.
It's by no means a pepper beer.
Yeah, we don't want it to
It's not going to be spicy.
But it's it gives it that like a little bit of a smoke and that kind of raisiny, kind of flavor to it.
Oh,
and
so excited
anchos
about
are on
this.
the milder
and then
side.
we of course we add a little bit of Mexican cinnamon sticks to it.
What?
And, yeah. So now of course we don't know what the timeline is on that one
so good.
because those flavors are kind of holiday-ish, so we might have missed that window. But
Can
we'll
I have
see.
this it's going to take you a couple of days?
Yeah,
Release some of this.
that's how beer's
I want
made.
it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Don't you just put this in a pot and then I can have it tomorrow?
Yeah, you just throw the
Come
ingredients in a bucket. You check on it every couple days, and you're good. And like
And just
by the end
hold
of the
your
week, you'll be
fingers and
set.
hope it works.
Definitely.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with
I want
it.
that now.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens if we can get our forever home soon. If we can get like a little small system, and while we kind of make more stuff like a Galactic Haze and some other stuff, and maybe we have a pilot system to where we can get a couple kegs out of the double and another fun stuff. Maybe we can do it early just to kind of see what people like. But till then, just stay tuned.
Well, so that's easy. All they have to do is follow your Facebook page, and then they'll find
have
out
one of those.
where these beers may show up or spring up or what you're up to.
We try to let everyone know where our stuff can be found.
Well,
I mean,
actually,
like our whole event on our very first launch, which was the Galactic Run, as we called it, which is a play on another popular sci-fi franchise. But yeah, we
About
delivered
12 parsecs.
Yeah, something like that. We delivered all of our cases of cans that we'd canned. Like obviously you were the first stop in Denton, the very first stop for me. Denton's my territory, so I take care of that. So
Thank
you maybe
you.
see me around town. Wink.
We moved our first 50 cases in the first 4 hours, and our first 100 cases, and then the full first 100 cases
In 24
24,
hours.
less than 24,
golly,
And-
because
but yeah.
everybody
with
ate
just
this
with
up.
just 3 people.
But we posted every single, especially on the event page for that, we posted every single location with a picture of
That's right.
said client, because you remember I took
Yeah.
the one with you.
Well, and I saw me looking like a goofball, but you've got shots from
Yours was
every
delightful.
bar and brewery where
And we got Des over at Oak Street pretend chugging a 6-pack, and
Dude, that was a beautiful shot
I
too.
love that shot.
That does lead me to another question. Where can we find your beer in town?
Where can you find our beer in town? Well, I have the answer for you.
Oh,
You can find our beer at The Bearded Monk,
hey, I
Denton
know that
County
place.
Brewing Company,
Nice,
Midway Mart,
nice,
Midway Craft House,
nice.
Lucky Lou's,
Yes.
and Oak Street Draft House.
Bam.
And finally, East Side Denton.
Whatcha? Well, and you just did the party last night. at
Yeah,
Eastside,
we
right?
just had East Side's Pint Night.
Wait,
and
and
Lou's we just delivered today. So if you're at Lou's and you're like, I don't see it at Lou's, they might not have tapped it yet, but they just got it today.
just ask.
So for safety's sake, they might wait till tomorrow because when you transit a keg, you can get all
And let it
foamy
sit
and break
and
out.
cool
You
off.
don't want a cup of foam.
All right, so I also saw I wasn't able to get to Eastside because we did our party. we did
And
that
Backyard on
thing.
Bell. I'm so sorry, I forgot Backyard on Bell.
Oh, what?
Oh my gosh!
Get a
Backyard on
pizza
Bell.
and some beer.
Yes.
How about that?
Love them.
How
Love
about
them.
that?
Sorry.
I saw pictures though, from Eastside.
Oh,
Who was this
yeah.
green-haired space woman?
That is Galaxia. That is
For Galactic Haze Galaxia, huh?
yeah. You can find her on Facebook. Whitney Rogers, voice actress. She's also on Pinterest and Instagram and all those things. She's our very keeping it in the family promotional model for our Galactic Haze run. She made
Nice.
that. She's a big active cosplayer, and that was her homemade creation that she made.
Are you
And-
serious?
Yeah,
like
yeah, she made that from
shiny
scratch.
50s
she made
space
it.
Yeah.
alien.
She
Yeah.
sewed it herself.
Yeah, all done
is
by
awesome.
her. So Whitney
She's
Rogers,
gotta-
if you're watching, thank you for your participation.
Oh, thank you very much.
Whitney, come
love
out
you.
more. That was delightful.
Yeah.
Absolutely delightful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she got super swamped, but she will be.
Especially with the weather last night.
Oh
She-
yeah. Coldest day of the year, and she
Yes.
was out there in
It
those
was
Chilly, like
she-
a sleeveless
Yeah.
short skirt. I was like, oh, what a champ.
booty shorts
job,
and a
girl.
onesie, basically, with no sleeves. But she will be at Oak Street's Pint Night, which is our next upcoming event. That is a week from today, so Friday the 15th is a week from
Friday
today.
the 15th?
So
Okay.
Scary.
Yeah, I believe Friday the 15th is our Oak Street Pint Night, Oak Street Draft House Pint
Okay.
Night, and Galaxia will be there to help promote our beer. And you get to keep
Nice.
our sweet, I don't have one on me, should have brought it, our limited edition Galactic Haze glasses, which I know you've seen. We posted on the events and the page group. Yeah.
Yes. Made by Pint Services.
Are these?
Is that one?
No, well,
No.
see,
Who's-
Pint
what's the
Service.
one that I have?
Pint Service. Brian Levins and Pint Services did the etched version.
Yes,
of it.
they have, they have an
Okay.
edged
Yeah,
version,
So this is the printed version.
Yeah, we have
Yes,
we have a printed
unfortunately,
version.
yeah. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha,
we,
gotcha,
We had a
gotcha.
printed version. We needed probably a lot more glasses than Brian probably had time to do. So
Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
artisan designer.
We were buying about 100 cases.
yeah,
So.
so,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is okay. So guys, local Denton stuff. We can get glassware printed. So like what you're going to get at Oak Street,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we've got our local designer Brian Levings, who owns Pint Services. He did a limited edition laser engraved glassware, and it was. Did he have it at Eastside as well?
yeah.
I think he was out for the East Side event. I don't know about the status for the Oak Street, but he did have him for our Luck event and your Bearded Monk event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you can get them at our event and then at Luck down in Dallas.
and he'll
Okay.
probably continue them
And
around.
he also
yes,
made my cool sweatshirt.
Yeah, he
Oh,
made his
there you
sweatshirt.
go.
He made all of our shirts. He
Actually-
made a lot of our stuff.
Yeah. I guess I've got a Bearded Monk shirt. Oh no, I've actually got the shotgun shirt on underneath here.
Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, every time I look at somebody in the bar and they go, "Who is Pint Services?" I look around and just point at all the breweries. Like they made all those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
We love
anyway,
Brian
that's
Levings.
what we talk about.
Yeah.
When we talk about that.
Yeah, although
guy.
he does spell his name wrong.
right,
Oh, right,
Yes.
right.
with a
Yeah,
Y.
With a Y.
It's
Who does that?
ridiculous. Ridiculous.
He's trying to be a Ryan.
Aw.
Orion with a B.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
trying to be Ryan. Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
we're just kidding, Brian.
God.
Oh my gosh, I cannot handle this. Cannot handle this. All right, so what else? What else is going on? We've
Ah,
got where you're going. We've got where you've been. We got where you are.
I think so.
Did we
Is it-
No, we haven't.
What?
We're in Farmers Branch.
Oh yeah.
well-
no, physically. Well, I'm thinking like where everybody can find the.
Oh,
beer.
yeah,
the
yeah.
Let's talk
conceptual
about-
where we are.
yeah. Physically.
physically where we are.
Physically, we're homeless.
Yeah.
Oh, great! Awesome. You're just sleeping on another brewery's couch right now.
Yeah,
Is that what's
basically,
going
yeah.
on?
We have in
we're,
the-
Gavin over at Three Nations letting us use his couch. So,
Yeah.
hey, thanks, Gavin.
What a good man.
Yeah, he is
What
We
a
have
good
what's
man.
called a alternating proprietorship in the
Yes.
brewing world, which
Which
allows
means you're-
basically
Yeah.
2 breweries, 1 location. Like our physical address is there for TABC purposes, and we are brewing there. But unfortunately, we can't sell our beer in the tap room.
That's
there.
like gypsy brewing, if you've
Okay.
heard that term before. But but legal.
Yep. Nice. So it's basically AKA brewery couch surfing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I like this. What? Do
Except
you
for
have any plans?
more like couch squatting.
Okay,
So we're
I like
not
that. Yeah.
moving around. We're pretty much just there.
You're staying there.
Yeah.
You're
For now.
taking baths
Until we
You're
can find our
brewing.
forever home.
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the forever home?
We don't
Is there
know
a
yet.
plan?
There-
we are looking. That's the plan. We're looking.
Some people may have
and-
seen that our forever home was going to be in Denton probably about a year ago or so. And
that was my hope.
that was my hope too.
That was our hope.
Things happen. We won't go into details.
We
But
spent a lot of money on that hope, and we had to kind of let go because it just didn't work out for us. But
certain reasons, you
yeah.
know. But
Gotcha.
but Denton is still definitely a front runner.
it's on the top of it's on the top of our list.
I'm certainly a huge proponent for it, obviously, because I'm
yeah.
very selfish, you know, and I want to be where I live.
Well, and it's an awesome town.
It's an awesome
Come
town.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy sell. So yeah, we're looking there or like 35 corridor or maybe somewhere mid cities, but definitely North Texas, certainly within the range of Denton. And then I'll always be the Denton guy, definitely getting because we have a considering we're not in Denton, we have a very good presence here thanks to being up here.
Yeah.
Right on.
Oh yeah.
Right on.
I mean, it's where Denton is where the other founder met his fiance, or his current wife. That's where they met here in Denton. So it's she got family here. So
Because it's magical. That's why.
Denton is magical. It's the city of love, I think, isn't it?
Well, I like that.
Yeah, or one of them.
Can we change the branding? Guys, you want to change the branding with us? City of Denton.
Yeah.
The city of love.
Could be.
I like this. And then we've got a comment here from Matt Westmoreland of the Boombox. Oh, God, this band.
Brian.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you spell Brian.
Yep.
Bryun.
Nailed it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it the UN? Does it make it negative? Like it's like.
He's a Brian.
Oh, yeah, he's less Bry
Brian,
than
yeah.
un. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks for chiming in.
Yeah, no, we love these comments.
Keep
like
it to
that.
music, buddy. And if you haven't listened to the Boombox, go look them up. I mean, their keyboardist he's a little hokey,
And I
but
believe that's
the rest of the
Boombox-
band is really good.
Boombox like Bach the composer.
Oh yeah,
right.
BOOMBACHS.
There we go.
Yeah, we tend to play with those guys a lot.
Yeah, I mean they obviously don't spell boombox right, so why would they spell
Why would
Brian
they spell
right?
Brian right? BRYUN.
I'm just kidding.
Chime in, fight us, Matt.
My views do not necessarily reflect the views of City of Denton.
Nice. Of dentonradio.com or
Yeah. Other
Nice.
subtext, something.
Well, so
Side effects may include.
oh, I like that. Don't throw that out with a beer. Yeah.
Good point.
So is it time to go drink now?
If you wanted to.
I'm out of beer.
I mean, aren't we drinking right now?
Well, I'm not. I've got a problem here. Oh, problem solved. All right, let's do this.
That was our stage beer.
I said we start serving out samples and drinking.
Yeah,
some more.
we got
Sure,
it here.
yeah.
We got
Let's do it.
beer up here in the studio.
Oh yeah, hey guys, it's Free Beer Friday. I'm back in Texas. It's time to serve free beer. So these two chaps right here are about to serve some samples. So if you want to come drink the new Galactic Haze IPA, let's do this. And then we'll hang out here till 8:39ish, and then we'll go back to the Monk, and we've got one of the kegs on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
One
I
of
think,
the elusive
and I
kegs.
think you have a 6-pack there too.
Then apparently I've got one 6-pack left.
So whoever
Yeah.
wants it. Well, actually,
I feel like
might have been
I should
sold
give a
since we've been gone.
prize to somebody.
If it hasn't been sold,
it
but
might
we've
have
been
sold,
talking.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So if after we leave here, if that 6-pack is still there, I'll call Jamie and Caitlin, and if it's still there, I'll give a prize, a special prize to somebody that is the first one to go pick up that last 6-pack.
There you go.
How about this? All right, guys, if you're watching right now, if you go pick up that last 6-pack that's at the Monk, if it's there, I don't know, it may not be there, but if it is there right now, I will give you a prize. It may be a hug, maybe a high five.
With consent.
It may be like a glass that I've got hiding somewhere.
You can touch Lane's mustache.
Pending consent.
You can twirl this side.
Give your consent.
I will.
Okay, there it is. There it is. He gave his radio consent. You better go pick up that
It's
6-pack
binding.
right
It's
now.
binding.
But then we'll be here serving free samples. So if you want to come drink here anyway,
Yeah.
that's cool. And then we'll be back to go party at the Monk here in like an hour and a half.
Cool.
So yeah. All right. Guys, thank you all for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Always. Absolutely always. And you guys, thanks for joining us. And I guess I'll see you on the next round of Free Beer Friday. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.